President Cyril Ramaphosa is expected to face his party for the first time since the release of the Section 89 independent panel report, which found that he may have violated the country's constitution. Ramaphosa snubbed the ANC-NEC's special meeting on Friday, which was adjourned to allow for officials to process the report. The recommendations by the panel have triggered mixed reaction from within the already highly factionalized governing party. Newzroom Afrika's Ziyanda Ngcobo is at Nasrec, where the meeting will be taking place. Ziyanda, good afternoon. What is the latest from Nasrec?
Well, I can tell you now, Hugo, that a heated debate between journalists and the spokesperson of the ANC is now underway. The ANC has allocated a room inside the venue where we can't even see who's arriving. We can't see what exactly is taking place, and it's a dark room somewhere here in Nasrec, where we were told by Pule Mabe a short while ago that the acting Secretary General would be coming to brief us in, which is obviously a limitation to the work that we're here to do. And now Pule Mabe and the security have been saying that, the police have requested that we stay inside that room. We're not even allowed even outside this room, which is quite ridiculous. And as you can see, there's a bunch of us journalists who are standing here with Pule Mabe trying to explain to him that, you can't tell where we stand. Pule Mabe, you're live on Newzroom Afrika. What is the issue of allowing us to be able to stand outside and broadcast just like it happened on Friday?
No, I think you are looking for a story. No one stopped you. No one stopped you from covering. If you don't have a story, don't do what you are doing. We can't stop the media. Can I speak? We can't stop the media from covering the NWC. We invited the media. I think there was a simple problem of coordination. We have arranged a place like we usually do. Those that covered our last NEC would have seen. We arrange a secluded room to put journalists. We then allow the media to cover visuals outside the room. But at least you have got a place. I mean, it's too hot. It will be unfair of us to invite you only to come and put you in the sun.
Mr. Mabe, I think that should be allowed for us to decide. In the first instance, I think it's this very tone that has actually led to the situation where journalists are standing outside. I'm not looking for a story. Your security official has just said now, he's just said that we'll be inside the room.
We are live on air. Let's avoid portraying people in the manner that you are doing, with all due respect. With all due respect, we have invited you to come and cover our NWC. Can you please allow us to explain? If you are looking for an explanation from us, we will do so. But if you want to portray us as arrogant, not knowing why we called people, you are welcome to do so because you work for Newzroom. I don't. The reason we invited Newzroom and all other media houses is because the developments in the country are of public and national interest. They've even attracted regional and international interest. So the journalists were standing outside. We arranged a room to allow yourselves to work from there. So when you are there and you want to come out, we always do that. We know you need to do live crossings. You need to talk to other people outside us. We always allow you that space. All we were doing was those who came here on Friday were just outside. It was too hot. So we arranged an extra room to put journalists so that they can... It's not just broadcasters who are here. There's also print. They need to have where they can see it, write, file, and all of that. If it appeared, let me conclude. If it appeared otherwise, we sincerely apologize to those media houses that are here. We invited you so that you can give our people, the public out there, an update of what is happening here. There is never an intention. The ANC can invite the media only to come and frustrate them.
Can I explain to you what I experienced and some of my other colleagues?
I don't think it's necessary.
It is necessary because it actually is the complete opposite of what you've just explained.
No, that's fine.
We wanted to cover just outside the room. People told us we need to only cover this event inside Hall 10, which is exactly why then we're in this position where the media almost walked out. I'm not looking for a story. This is what's happening right now.
Can I explain myself? You see, the reason why in the ANC you have got so many departments, if you talk to people who are in charge of security or in charge of doing deco about interviews and setups for the media, they don't know that because that is not what they do in the ANC. The only people that will tell you where you set up and where you don't set up as it relates to communications, it's ourselves. So that's why I can only account for what we said you can and cannot do. That's why, Ziyanda, the press statements that you receive in Newzroom are not signed by security personnel. They are signed off by the national spokesperson. So if the message driven by our team was not well received, I apologize for them and on our behalf, because we invited you. We invited you because we want you to tell the nation what is happening here. If we did not want the media here, we would not have issued an alert. We issued an alert because we understand the importance of a meeting such as this. So if it came across in a different way, I apologize on behalf of the ANC, the team and everyone.
So we'll be allowed to broadcast outside of that whole tent that you've set up for us?
Well, that's why you are here.
Okay.
That's why you are here. So we will. So you see, as soon as we know which spaces you are working from, all we do is that we then brief everyone, including security. Remember, the ANC doesn't own Nasrec. You know, it helps to know where our journalists are working from. Then we can also brief Nasrec that we have allowed our journalists to cover these parameters of the area, so that we don't find you arrested because they thought it's someone who is not authorized to be here. You know, so it's really out of that. And if it came in a different way, it was never the intention.
All right, Mr. Pule Mabe, that's all we have time for at this point in time, but certainly not a very happy team and a group of journalists here. In fact, we were well on our way to go back outside because, you know, there's just too many restrictions which weren't even there just a few days ago, as earlier and as recently as Friday. So an apology from Pule Mabe there, but that's where things stand. We weren't even able to get you visuals of people who were arriving here at the Nasrec venue. So, Hugo, we'll have to see then whether or not we'll be able to continue doing our work here at the Nasrec venue.
Ziyanda Ngcobo, appreciate your time this afternoon.